Falklands Battlefields Trip 2012, Wednesday 28th in March, got on bus, took pictures of everyone, got to service station, played Hello Kitty Top Trumps, got on ferry, watched random orange guy do nothing on the ferry and set off. Thursday 29th, woke up on ferry, got on a deck and saw sunrise, went to museum, went underground to the Wellington tunnels, got out of tunnels and ate, went to Vimy Ridge, saw a giant crater, went through the trenches and got on tunnel door, went to see the Canadian National Vimy Memorial, saw our first little graveyard, went to the Arison Memorial, drove past our first French graveyard, went to a hotel and found our room, which was completely different from the picture. Friday 30th, visited Fromelles Military Cemetery, went to the Somme. Miss Lewis finds an unexploded but whole artillery shell. We find some little bits, lay down a wreath for the Charlie Pals, going to Sayre Road Cemetery number 3, see Sayre Road Cemetery number 1, drive past Sayre Road Cemetery number 2, visit the Thiepval Memorial Cemetery, visit Dempster Cemetery, visit to Dartmoor Cemetery, see father and son graves and see our first Victoria Cross grave, visited Lochnagar Crater, we visit Pozieres Memorial Cemetery. Saturday 31st, we go to do the platoon experience where I am lieutenant. We ate Tommy Tucker, then go for a march to learn about the real platoon, quickly visited the time cot and went into its museum. Sunday 1st of April, day off, go to visit Ypres Town Centre, chocolatier sells the chocolate cheap, Charlie goes emo, we go on a boat trip around Bruges, Swan, Duck, Bridge, Wooden House, Andy Luck's camp, we see Church Towers, a guy that runs faster than the boat, more ducks, got off boat and got released into the wild, we go to a Pizza Hut, we spend half an hour waiting for a shop to open that never opened while getting creeped out by its statues, I find a mouse with a double click button that I want, Furnace saddened as the shop remains closed, we see horses, we see dogs, Catherine goes insane with my camera, Ryan decides to sleep in a knot, we go bowling with stupid names that the owner puts in wrong. Monday 2nd, visit Essex Farm Cemetery, we go into the ADS bunkers, we visit the grave of VJ Strudwick, a 15-year-old war victim, we visit Langemark German Military Cemetery, we see the Scholar Walls, we see a mass grave with 36,000 dead Germans in it, we wander the graves, we see the British bunkers inside the cemetery, we visit Sanctuary Wood Cemetery to see James Moll's grave, Grace Moll's great-grandfather, we go into a war museum, we see weapons such as artillery, knives and guns, we see helmets, we see giant shells, we head into preserved trenches, we go through the pitch-black tunnels, I discover fizzy iced tea, we visit another museum, we cross a preserved duckboard, we see the heads of artillery shells, grenade galore, more shells, some rifles with bayonets, regimental crests and more grenades. We revisit Tynecott Cemetery, the teachers do some annual cross-laying for people. We wander the cemetery for a while. I get annoyed for not bringing a notebook to draw or write about the cemetery. I look inside a German concrete bunker. We see some Australians doing the platoon experience about Australians. We pass the floating tap. We enter a church crypt where Hitler once lay injured. We visit the Lone Tree Crater. We go to a restaurant for chicken and chips. Mr. Hitchin gives a speech that keeps our moods up. We visit Meningate for the last post ceremony. Tuesday 3rd, we get on the coach to Calais. We buy giant lollipops and we reach England to be greeted by the White Cliffs of Dover.